Okay, let's be real. People are not broke because they don't make enough money. People are broke because they have habits that don't allow them to stay in control of their finances. And if you don't break these habits, they will always limit your potential to grow financially and explore new ways of putting your money to work for you. And that's why in this video I break down 3 habits that keep people broke and exactly how to replace them with good habits and learn how to level up your finances and establish healthy habits that will support that. You know, I was doing some of these mistakes myself until one day I realized that I was sabotaging my own financial growth. Now, if you're ready to break these 3 habits, make sure you watch this to the very end, and I promise you, at the end of the video, I'm gonna share my number 1 mindset shift to help me to save and grow my money faster than ever. Habit 1, not learning about money. So here's the problem. Most people work hard for money. They work hard, they put a lot of hours into working, but they never actually understand how money works. So instead of working hard for money and just sacrificing your own time, find ways how you can put your own money to work for you. Doesn't that make sense? Because once you realize that, you will no longer think of money as this kind of reward. You will think of money as a tool. So you're using your money to make more money. There's plenty of ways you can do that, and I could make a whole separate video about this. But in general, money is a tool, and depending on how you spend it, it will definitely have an impact on what kind of financial situation you have. Without financial knowledge, you repeat the same mistakes, such as relying on credit cards, not investing at all. And now I want you to think about the ways that are exact opposite. So you invest, you learn daily about finances, and you make smart financial decisions. So here's the solution how you learn about money. You have to treat financial education like a skill. So for example, you read 1 book a month. Listen to finance podcasts, for example, every morning while you're cooking your breakfast or something like that. Follow creators who simplify investing. There's a lot of great videos on YouTube that teach you how to start investing as a beginner, and they give you a lot of great knowledge and options to start with. And as you learn and progress, you can start leveraging that. So eventually, financial knowledge compounds just like money does. Now, before we jump into habit number 2, comment down below what has been your biggest financial struggle or mistake you've made in the past. Habit 2, chasing quick wins instead of long-term growth. So you gotta understand that the more you fall for these get-rich-quick traps, the more likely you are to fail. Playing a long-term game is much more valuable because you're basically living the whole process yourself. Here's a couple of examples of the problem when it comes to making quick money. So you're gambling on hype stocks, crypto market especially, or the next big thing, something that people are always talking about. When you do that, you're basically not doing your own research. You're not thinking yourself, is it worth it or not? You're just following other people and their decision. And think about it in a way that, what if it doesn't work out? How would you feel? Because you gotta later on realize that it was completely emotional decision. And when it comes to growing up financially, you better be making logical decisions instead of listening to your emotions. Why chasing quick wins keeps you broke is that there's basically no foundation. There's no foundation that you can start building a wealth on. Secondly, extremely high risk and constant losses. If you're an investor who can tolerate high risk, go for it, because if you have this mindset that I can lose this money, you can definitely go and risk that. But if it doesn't work out, you basically don't benefit anything from that. And that's why I prioritize long-term investing and growing finances over long term. So my solution for this would be build your basics first, so your savings account with your monthly savings. Then you have your steady investments such as index funds, for example, and then you can have some individual stocks in your portfolio as well. When you have your finances in balance, that you put some money in stocks, something in funds, you're saving constantly and you are spending your money wisely, that's the best foundation you can create for yourself to start leveling up your money and keep moving forward. And here's the point I want you to remember of this habit too. Long-term wealth beats short-term hype every time. Habit number 3, consuming instead of creating. So here's the problem. You might scroll your phone for the full day, or you might just watch some videos and do nothing, or buy pointless things for yourself. Why would you do that when you can actually turn that into building? You're building yourself and use your phone, for example, as a tool to become better. And here's why consuming actually keeps you broke. Time is our most valuable resource. Once it's gone forever. So instead of building yourself, you're just burning your time. And that's something that you will definitely regret in the future. So you better be valuing your time and focus on what's important instead of spending your time in a poor way. Instead of just watching your phone, you could start using your phone for creating. And As a result, you can, for example, start building an Instagram page or a YouTube channel, whatever it is. If you're able to do something that works for you and actually gives something to you, it's much better than just burning your time by watching social media, and then when you get to bed, you're just thinking that you're wasted again the whole day, and then you wonder why you're not making progress. So here's the solution for habit 3. Block out at least 1 hour daily for skill building, side hustles, creating something new for yourself. That 1 hour adds up to 7 hours a week, and in the long run, it adds up to years. Think about that. Again, it's like compound growth. The more time and effort you put in, the better results you will see. My goal is just to tell you how simple a mindset shift and changing your habits can change your life and your direction completely. And here's something about my personal life. I was watching a lot of content online, and little by little I started to realize that I need to watch something that teaches me something. So I stopped watching pointless content that didn't teach me anything. But then I realized that I'm still wasting my time, because if I only watch these videos but I never put anything in practice, it won't take me anywhere. So I realized that I have to start taking action. Whether it was starting investing or reading books or starting this YouTube channel, I knew that if I start putting in the work, at some point I will know whether this thing works for me or not. And secondly, I know I'm putting effort into this, and I know that in the long term it will be worth it. Okay, now, are you ready for the mindset shift I promised? Before we jump into the mindset shift, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the newest uploads. Here's the secret. Don't think of money as something you trade for things. Think of it as employees that work for you. The more you keep, the harder they work and the wealthier you become. Once I realized this, and when I started to think like this, it just immediately allows you to make smart financial decisions and learn how to manage your finances properly. Now let's quickly recap habits that keep people broke. Habit 1. Not learning about money. Financial education is super important, you gotta do that, no excuses. Habit 2. Chasing quick wins instead of long-term growth. Long-term growth always beats short-term wins. And habit 3. Consuming instead of creating. Make sure you work on your skills. The more you waste your time scrolling phone, basically the less time you have in your whole life to work on yourself and learn new things. Now if you made it to the end, I highly appreciate you. Make sure you watch this video next. It is about the harsh truth that will change your mindset forever. If you're new to the channel, click here to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.